is the time. We're certainly happy to. Obviously, we have the termination of a lease. At this point in time, it expired on the 31st. We do not have $40,000 in question related to the escrow payment, nor really any answers from Mr. Vivian. That's our answer. I mean, that's what we have at this point. We've been in communication all last week. We had, I think, verbal commitments to Mr. Vivian and Mr. Martin that he would have payments to us by the end of the week, 3 different times before the end of the week, and then nothing as of Friday. I know Jeff was over there today. I had a conversation with him. I had a conversation on the phone with him. We're hearing the same complaints. We're hearing the same excuses that we hear with, I think, every company that we've been through, which is summer cash flow shortages. Obviously, our concerns are related to whether or not where they put the funds. We know that they were responsible to do that. They know they were responsible to do that, and we were responsible to make sure they did that. And that hasn't happened. So, at this point in time, the appraisal in question has been discussed, and I've discussed with Mr. Vivian the appraisal. The appraisal is by their accounts, and Fifth Third is not a public document. It was a for the sole purpose of Fifth Third Bank. I told Mr. Vivian if any council member would like to review how the appraisal set up, what it says, to schedule with him or a member of his team to go look at it, because again, they've requested that it not. The bank has requested that it not be public.
Have you seen the appraisal?
Yes. It was created by CBRE.
And are they aren't they a real estate company though? Isn't that their primary function, not appraisal?
Could be signed on the, cover letter
That's
signed
the
on the
drug
appraisal.
analyst, right?
I'm not sure.
I think so.
But there was, it's obviously all been signed to, sworn to, the affidavits all been addressed to look at and review, so. But those are there, and again, that way, have a conversation. I know, as they expressed, obviously, the concerns with the original purchase agreement was we didn't have an appraisal, didn't know we were. This is, by all accounts, professional appraisal. It's not in our hands, it's in, their hands via the bank. So I don't know if we want to review that, and what we need to do.
What did they pay for that, Mayor?
Huh?
What did that cost?
I think it's $10,000 minimum, I think is the cost probably assigned to them through, but again, it's ordered by Fifth Third through them. The way I understand, I don't even know what the price tag on the actual cost was, so.
So would we want to have find out if Tifa would be interested in getting a separate appraisal and possibly seeking out other people that might be interested in the property, just to see if there's any interest out there and to have some comparables to what kind of offers we may be able to entertain?
I think that our offer was fair given what we had put on the table based on the appraisal and everything included. Their appraisal did not include the 14 acres south of Superior. It just included the property and the building related to the sportsplex. So, obviously what we've got to figure out as a city, what do we want to do moving forward? As far as ownership and whether or not we want to try to own and maintain or continue to do this, do we want to continue to pursue this with that kind of, is there somebody out there willing to pay the $6 million that we put? Possibly. Is there somebody out there willing to spend more on that? I don't know. I don't know if the business end of it, I think Jeff's consistently acknowledged this, I don't know if the business end of it will warrant that from the sportsplex. The other opportunities that are there are really what are kind of driving this deal from what we can get. People, the market economy, whatever else, people seem to be willing to drive the 14-acre discussion. But again, it comes down to follow through at that point in time. So,
aren't you a little bit concerned with these reports of that JRB is currently negotiating with Melvindale, Allen Park, all these other communities? I mean, yet they haven't paid the money. They seem to be just really dragging this thing out until something better comes along. I mean, I'm really concerned with where we're at right now with this.
Yeah, nothing. Well, I think we all would agree, if you've been to any of those arenas or rinks, that nothing better exists out there.
I don't think
Opportunity-wise, more cost-effective, more cost-efficient, maybe for them.
Well, they're looking for someone else to run them or manage them, they
Sell
don't
them.
want to, yeah, they don't want to.
Right.
Everyone's
And-
trying to unload them is the point.
Yeah,
Right.
and we had a meeting, they even said that, what is it, they said that they're aware that more than 300 facilities may come on the market in the next year, or similar facilities. So, we agree. Unfortunately, I think, you know, Jeff and Mr. Martin and I were speaking about it before the meeting, where we were, where we need to go. Obviously, where Jack has taken it is that JRD has concerns related to the cost, the monies that they've put into the building, even though they didn't have permission to weigh those out instead of lease payments, at least for the last 4 months. Now we're into the 5th month. And again, they're operating right now, our impression is that they're operating right now under the holdover portion of the contract, which is for $15,000 a month. So they have a right to hold over until we notify them accordingly that the 30-day
Don't
month.
they relinquish their rights if they're not in good standing?
Well, they're still gotta get notified and that's gonna, you know, move and.
But then,
that's-
and then my question is, what do we have to keep operating the sportsplex in our current budget and that's the elimination?
Well, we wouldn't, it'd beat off revenues, and we're in the same, we're heading towards the same position that Rink put us in when JRV took over, and when Rink took over for JRV, and, you know, all of that, it's the concept that didn't sound good, that, you know, the cash flow is coming in, you know, the cash was coming in, and at the point in time that we, you know, if we were to have to vacate, we're gonna be at a point in time where we're short cash flow to deal with running the facility, so we never wanted to be in a position where we were trying to do something TIFA, and I think the one concern that we're really trying to go back is the maintenance, the potential looming maintenance costs that are out there. Do we want to go to them to deal with it if it's potentially not the building that we're going to deal with? I mean, somebody may need to repurpose the building in some way, whether it's the ice, I mean, I know the discussions, I think the original Sportsplex committee, you guys were all on it at one point in evaluation, right, Jeff, Ms. White, you were on that. I mean, I think a lot of that, even those discussions, you know, went back to, you know, do we do 3 sheets of ice, or 1 sheet of ice and three arenas, all of those things. So they all gotta be through. I've asked Rocky to start doing some preliminary investigations onto some cost analysis related to repurposing if we have to get to that point in time. I think what we need to make sure that we do, and what Jeff is expressed and is trying to commit to Bell Tire, is that we are committed to Bell Tire till the end of their season. They've got a lot of contractual commitments out there. We'll have to work through the JRV issue, the same that we've had to work with the other issues. I mean, we've been here, unfortunately, we've been here before. I think we were here, we brought Rink in. We were here a year after we brought Rink in, and they asked us that if we're gonna stay, we need a different contract. We re-agreed, you know, a new contract was brought forward. We do have a new purchase offer provided by JRV, significantly less than the original. So the question is, do we evaluate, you know, how much do we evaluate that? And we don't have any of the financial answers to that. How does it affect the bonds? How does, you know, what are we looking at when we get to here? It's just based off of what they anticipate, I think they anticipate as far as being able to drive collection, so.
Their current contract runs till when?
The lease agreement expired August 31st with the holdover clause and extensions built in. We didn't notify them because there's anticipation they were closing. Right now, we communicated to them that we believe that they're operating under the holdover clause, which is they are required to pay us $15,000 a month. And it's a month, so we can notify them they have 30 days.
What I'm talking about is, can they walk away today?
No, they would have a requirement to notify us, 30 days notification to us. Doesn't mean that they would have to stay, I mean, so.
Right. It's month to month, it's gotta be in writing. So like at this point, technically it looks like they'd be here till the end of October if, say, the city wanted them out or they wanted to leave.
But they owe us money, right? They owe us lease money.
That's correct.
But weren't we racing some deadlines about the next season? I mean, the collection of next season's monies?
Next, well, just month to month. Right now, the ice time is paid for month to month by Beltec
Yeah, but
teams.
wasn't the big chunk of money due in September? By
Um,
their, the
Only
ice time?
because they had half a month of August. So he, I mean, again, by accounts, he plans to make us whole. Obviously, he's got some back bills as many, pretty much everybody has when they come through the summer operating months. He's expressed he's got some back bills that need to be addressed, and